Oh, it's actually a Dingodile. It's a Dingodile level. Which I appreciate, because I literally just said I prefer Dingodile over Cortex. Cortex definitely is the worst out of the 3 gameplay styles. So the fact that we don't have to do another Cortex level, but instead we get another Dingodile level, I appreciate. I would have preferred a Torna level, but I haven't played as Dingodile in a while. I played a bit as Torna today off screen just because I was doing some inverted levels and I was trying to unlock some skins just because it's fun. And Fake Crash is actually fairly difficult to unlock because it's in the polar bear level, which means that getting all the boxes is near impossible unless you memorize the entire layout of the thing. 317. Sure. 317. Again, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the abundance of how do I suck again? Wait, what? How do I suck? Why does... What button... Wait. Am I going insane? Is it... It's R2. I was really confused there for a moment why the suck didn't work. Yeah. No, this is loads better than Cortex. It's still not on Torna level. It's definitely also not on Crash level. But it's loads better than... I also like the fact that... I'm not finishing sentences. I also like the fact that there is a little bit of a downside to carrying the TNT. But then when you're not carrying the TNT, it feels very liberating. Because you can just like hover around again. Which is fun, honestly. It is. And then let's just jump on top of this one. I was wondering if Dingodile's like hitbox is big enough to the point where he could hit 2 boxes at the same time. That would be kind of neat. It makes sense that he doesn't from a like game design perspective, I guess. Oh, those are temporary platforms. Them's a lot of TNT. Can I blow up you? I want to blow up the baby dinosaur. Ah, you can't. That's too bad. I hope I didn't need this TNT for anything. That would be embarrassing. It would also be real bad if you needed that TNT for literally any... checkpoint first. Before anything else, checkpoint. And then I can suck over that TNT to blow up that plant. We might actually like... Well, we probably won't get the box jam, because, again, this is the first time... That doesn't work. This is the first time that we're playing this level, and getting the box jam on the first go of any level ever, even in, like, the original Crash games, is fairly unlikely, so... We probably won't end up getting the box jam, but we can dream, and we will, because it will be neat. I think have I gotten any box jams so far? Especially on first, like, pass-throughs of levels. I might not have. I don't think I have. 2, 3, 4. You see, he can bounce on multiple boxes without moving. Crash can do that as well. Dingo is a little bit better at it. And this seems like it would be going in that direction, but it doesn't. So let's just go over here. Those enemies... Oh, that might be a bad situation. Ah, it's not that bad. Yeah, those acid spitting enemies, they're kind of annoying to deal with, honestly. Especially in the more 3D areas of the game. They blend in with the background fairly well. It's not that different from the plants which spit out, I think there were landmines or something like that in the... Oh, that's gonna be... Why? Oh, that's actually a required thing to do. Oh, it's not, because you could just use these. But then what are those... Wait a second, then what are those good for? Surely those must be there for a reason. Right? So I'm guessing that if I go this way, there's nothing there. This is literally just to get across the gap. Is it? That's anticlimactic. That's real anticlimactic. That was close. Yeah, so it's like the plants in the B levels in Crash 2 a bit. So it's not even that different or like strange from a Crash Bandicoot perspective, I guess. Because we've had enemies like those before. Well, that didn't work now, did it? It just takes a little bit of getting used to, and you need to remember the level layout. And again, it's nothing new to Crash that you need to remember level. Okay, that could potentially be a... Let's climb up again. Let's climb up again. I am amazed that we landed on something safe. Then again, there is quite a lot of safe ground in this area. I'm thinking about, did I actually like get a checkpoint since coming in this general area? I think I did. Otherwise it might be literally quicker just to let myself die. Just in case I fall down again, I don't want to accidentally die to that dude. That would be embarrassing. Oh yeah, we fell down just before a checkpoint, as is tradition at this point. Failing just before a checkpoint. I think so far we've gotten every single box. Great thing. I don't care what you call it. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Because we jump, and we jump on this, and we jump back, and then we jump over the nitro. In theory. That wasn't that bad. Could have been a lot worse. These, however, are more scary jumps. And that's the end of the Dingle portion of it. And now we get to fail as Crash again. Because we're going to get into the most infuriating part of the game now. Just watch me do it in one try this time. I really don't want to have to do this again. And we'll crash again. How many boxes do we have left? We have so many boxes left to go through. Wow. I am in such trouble. We can just get that through a high jump. Yeah, there's no way in hell that we're getting all these boxes. Oh, we got all those boxes. I feel like I still might have missed some, but I am fairly impressed with myself for even getting those many. Those many? That many. English difficult while me try to focus. Ah, here we go. The bonus level. If I recall correctly, this bonus level actually isn't that bad. I lost my... Oh yeah, of course, the bonus level's changed. That makes sense. I was going to say, I actually got through this in the inverted version of it. Wait, what the hell are you expecting me to do here? Oh, that's what you're expecting me to do. Wow. That is quite something. Wait, what? Got me confused. No, really, like, I am really confused what you want me to do there. I can't jump that far. Do you really expect me to jump on that life box before the nitro spawned there onto the next obstacle? Because that is some tight-ass timing. And really starting to show that, yes, this game does indeed carry over a difficulty curve from... Well, fuck. From Crash 3 into this game. But mostly like in the mostly, I say, because we're about to get into a bullshit part of the game again. But mostly in the optional parts of the game. There are some mandatory parts which are bullshit. Again, we're about to get to that. You know what? I say I'm never going to get the box jam anyway for this. We all know that if I don't do this, I will only be missing 42. We have to do this. Because if there's any chance of me being able to at least not have to go through this version of the level again, I want to take that. I'll have to eventually do the other version of this level again. The default one. To get the box jam. But for now, just getting this version dealt with is kind of good enough for me. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and say I can probably make it back onto here after the nitros blow up. This is a tricky slide. What? No, seriously, what? How do you want me to... I am so confused. I know what you want me to do. I know what you want me to do. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. I don't know if that happened on screen or off screen. I think it happened on screen in the last level, but apparently when those reinforced crates fall onto your head, I should have just waited. When they fall onto your head, apparently they break. I was expecting them to kill you because they're like metal crates, and when metal crates fall onto your head, or when you even touch them when they're moving, they kill you. But I'm guessing those reinforced crates are reinforced crates and not metal crates, and as such have different properties, which makes sense, admittedly. Let's just spin these away. Who gives a shit? I don't, that's who. Should have done the spinny thing there, eh? At least I know pretty much what to do for every obstacle there. That's what I like about these bonus levels. As much as they are infuriating at times, they don't take away lives when you die, and you will die a lot. And they actually challenge your, like, almost on a puzzle kind of level, right? They challenge you to think, what am I actually supposed to do here? And they give you 2 chances to get that right. You don't actually need the second box there. Sure, let's do this the proper way, because this is going to be the run where we win. I can feel it. I feel very enthusiastic about... Oh my... Holy hell, that was amazing. I'm so sad there was nobody here to see it. Well, at least not live. Maybe this video will be the one to absolutely go viral. Surely there's a way to get all of those boxes individually, but I'm not going to bother. That is some tight timing. I'm going to give that 1 or 2 more tries and then I'm just going to move on. Because otherwise that's going to take like an hour to do. But surely that is the only thing you can do there. Other than coming in here with an Aqua mask and just taking the hit. Which I'm not even sure you can do that. I don't know if Aqua masks translate into the bonus levels. I feel like they do. But it wouldn't surprise me if they don't. There you go. I thought a body slam would work there. Apparently it did not. That's a really tight challenge to go through as well. I hesitated. I hesitated for half a second too long. If I hadn't hesitated for even that split second, I would have been able to make that. I don't know if that's the way the game wants you to do it. If it is, that is some high-level play, is what I would call that. But again, bonus stages. They've always been about that. In Crash Bandicoot 3 especially, the bonus stages were all about using the abilities you got in combination with each other in ways that the usual game does not require you to do. Like the use of mechanics which might enhance the regular gameplay, but aren't required. That's what the bonus levels have always been about, so the fact that they require you to use what I would argue is a fairly obscure mechanic in such a way isn't really something I can complain about. Also, I do see that you do have to do an air slide jump thing there, which is exactly the mechanic you have to use later on in this level with the bullshit. So almost, but I think I can actually make this jump now. Oh, they just want you to... Yeah, no, that makes sense. They want you to be on the other side of that, rather than standing under it. Okay, now that makes a lot more sense than what I was doing, admittedly. And we got through here with all 42 crates, after all, unless I fall into that ravine, at which point I would be slightly upset. And we've got a bonus checkpoint, even though we literally just had a checkpoint. And, okay, do not mess this up. We got an nitro crate, and another nitro crate, and we lost our Aku mask. Fantastic. I've done this about 50 times so far, so this shouldn't be an issue anymore. I almost died. Because I wasn't paying attention after saying this shouldn't be an issue anymore. Okay, let's do this. Wow, wow. And now we've gotten here without any death. Somehow. Is there anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Some more boxes here though, which will be fun. I'm not going to get all the gems. I mean, I missed one of the gems, but I'm not going to get all the gems except one. In one run. So I have to do this again at some point. But I just prefer not to have to get all of the boxes again too, when I do that. Eventually I'll probably be able to do this deathless. Or at least with a maximum of 3 deaths. Which will be fine. Okay, so there's no way to spin away. That's probably why that hitbox is the way it is. Because they don't want you to be able to spin that crate in this version of the level. Which I still call bullshit on. That is not a good reason to make that hitbox the way it is. That is probably the worst reason, as a matter of fact. Because at that point you're making a mandatory obstacle more difficult for the sake of making a optional thing more difficult. And the separate levels anyway, I'm sure. The separate levels, because there's different types of boxes in different places. So you could have just made the hitbox for this one different than the hitbox. That probably would have been infuriating in and of its own right, but less infuriating than the way it is now. So I've got about 20 tries to do this. And there's no way in hell that that's going to happen. Oh, you can actually... Don't tell me you can just walk under it. Can you? Can you? No. I refuse to believe that. See, those lava bubbles make... If it weren't for those lava bubbles... I'm not saying that this obstacle would be easy or less unfair. But at least it wouldn't actually require the Aku invincibility. Because at this point, it pretty much does. To get the timing right. I'm falling into the same trap that I did before, and that is, I think what I need to do in order to not die as much is make my slides longer. I'm sliding fairly quickly at this point, and I need to slide longer and jump later. I think that is the... There we go. I have to do that 4 times in a row. I have to do that trick 4 times. That's the bullshit part. It's not the fact that I have to do it. It's not the fact that I have to do it on a thing floating on lava. It's the fact that even after you do it once, and at this point it's just a matter of luck. Every time after I complete this section, I'm like, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm just not particularly good at this. Maybe I shouldn't, like, dedicate an entire paragraph in my review to this specific level. And then I play it again, and I'm like, yeah, no, the game deserves all the shit I'm giving it. It really, really does. It probably deserves even more shit. That it's not getting. So I'm giving it that shit right now. Oh, and by the way, we don't even get that third Aku in this version, I just noticed. So, remember when I said, yeah, that third one is pretty much necessary to not have to worry about the timing of the fireballs? We ain't getting that. We ain't getting that today. So, let's just focus. I'll just shut up for a moment. That way I don't complain too much. And I'll actually focus on the task at hand. Because after this we still need to do the dinosaur chase thing. And is there really that many nitro crates that haven't been exploded yet? Okay, now see, that one was on me. That one was 1000% on me. If the platforms would be going the other way, like if you were lifting on the platforms and had to slide on them, and the platforms were slightly longer, admittedly, they'd have to be. This wouldn't even be that big of a deal. This would be kind of a fun, interesting, quirky challenge. But again, it is the combination of all these weird-ass decisions that come together to make this absolute abomination of a platforming challenge, which is just frankly insulting. I'm gonna get a game over, and I'm gonna call it there, because I don't need to complete this level to move on. Unlike the last time we did this, I also don't have 90 lives to burn on this time around. I'm just gonna move on when I get a game over here. I have given my best shot, which clearly was not good enough. Not the right timing. This is the right timing. There we go. There we go. This is not a good time. And yeah, pretty much you can't even jump back and forth between these platforms. You can't even do that. If you mess up a little bit of timing there, and again, I don't mind the fact that it's difficult. I just mind the fact that it is a mandatory challenge, because the challenge hasn't changed from the original level. This is just the original level with a couple extra boxes added in, admittedly, yeah, but that doesn't change the nature of the bullshit I'm facing right here. It's probably gonna upset some people that I'm being so harsh on this specific level, because it is a cool level. And again, it wasn't a demo, and I'm not seeing people getting pissed off on it online, about it online after the demo release. So it's maybe just a me issue, because otherwise surely other people would be complaining about it at least a little bit, and I'm not seeing that. At least in the like 5 minutes that I googled this at, because I wanted to see if there was another solution to the one that I was doing. Doesn't look like there is, by the way. Could have made that one. Again. I will stop complaining. I have made my point. This level, if it ended after that last chase, would be a great level. It ends the way it does, however, so it is very much not a great level. It is... What is the worst word I can come up with right now? Horrible? Horrific? Terrible. Not terrific. Definitely not terrific. That would be the wrong word to describe this level. Terrific. That describes the feeling when I finished the level, though. Again, it's a timing thing as well, there. Just for the first one, really. There's more than one timing issue, but the timing issue I'm facing right now only exists for this first one. The second and third, and I think fourth. I don't know if there's 3 or 4. At this point, I feel like I'm in a delirious state where numbers mean nothing to me. I will add again, the game expects you to, at some point down the line, if you want to 100% the game, do this in 3 deaths or less. Which is just bonkers. Just absolutely idiotic that they would expect any human being. I am not a super AI. Any human being to be able to do this is just stupidity beyond belief. And I only get upset about this because I like this game. If I didn't like this game, I wouldn't get upset about this specific part and I'd just be complaining about the game as a whole. I like the game. I really, really do. It's just this one very specific section of it that absolutely makes me want to murder people. And it's this. And I'm only partly upset at the development staff. I'm also upset at the playtesters, because this had to be playtested. And which fucking playtester thought this was a good idea? Well, apparently most of them, because there weren't enough complaints to fix the issues here. Or maybe just not enough time to fix the issues. That's also a possibility, because it's fairly late on in the game, and I know games aren't developed linearly, necessarily, but still. Could just be they ran out of time and budget to do a lot of, like, quality of life improvements, which, to be fair, it seems like just a quality of life improvement, like improving hitboxes and stuff here. And timings. And I suppose it technically is possible, so there is that. I did 1. I did 2. Am I gonna do 3? I think I'm gonna do 3. I'm not gonna do 3. Again, I probably couldn't have made that either way. It's better to just, if you're in the middle of that thing, and you're like, I'm not gonna make it, it's better to just try. It's better to just try. That's what happens when you don't jump in time, by the way. You just slide into the lava for no apparent reason, even though the game expects you to do a like an air slide, and that's it. I'm not going to restart that level. I'm going to return to... That's it. I'm not doing that again. I hate it.